Hello? DJ Omlu. You know, Omlu. I'm gonna call you Lou. You know what I mean? Just like that. I'm gonna call you Lou. Yassine. Aha! You know what I'm saying? What's going on with your loved one? I gotta let the people get up in here, man. And drop this beat on y'all. Animation TV, we gonna be here, player. Just make sure you come back, you dig? Y'all can't tell me this beat ain't kicking right here. We just gotta let it build up a little bit though, you know what I mean? Let the people come on in. I got to get all yous in here, you know what I mean? Miss Walker, is that you? How you doing, Miss Walker? Oh, you want me to dance? I can't do that. You know what I mean? I can't do that. Let's just go ahead and make our appearance right here, right now. Voila. You know what I mean? What's going on, man? How y'all living? I might be able to bust a little move though. You know what I mean? You never know. Stick around, man. Stick around. Tina V. What's going on, Tina? How you doing? How's your day going? You know what I mean? Tell me something good. We got B up in here. That's family. But I want to say that's Malamente. You know, from the Discord. Correct me if I'm wrong, but all I know is that's family. You see that badge right there? When you take a look at your name and you see the difference between yours and B, it's because you're not a member of the super exclusive secret club. You might want to handle that. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is hit the join button so you can go ahead and become a member of the super exclusive secret club. And you're in. You're in. You're supporting the palace. You're supporting the Doc. Do you dig? But I want to know how everybody living, man. Miss Walker, I appreciate you for always showing love. You know what I mean? Without you, you know what I mean? Shit ain't gonna be the same without none of yous. That's why I gotta come and tap in with the people. We got 15 heads up in here, but where you at? You know what I mean? It's only gonna go up from here. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. We got Dragon up in here. We got Dragon. How the people doing, man? We just gotta let it build up a taste. Just a taste, but I know the people are gonna get up in here. I knew that was Malamente. I knew that. You see what I'm saying? I knew that. But somebody tell me something good, man, before we get into these topics. You dig what I'm saying? I want to know how the people's doing. How y'all living, man? The Doc is here for y'all. Uh-oh. Tone. I recently got a new job. First off, congratulations to that, man. What kind of work is you doing? Is you doing something that is for the man? Is you doing something that's more for you? Like, where are you going? You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a while before you see me as a member again. Hey, I understand, man. Do what you gotta do, but I appreciate you even wanting to support what we got going on here. You dig what I'm saying? I gotta get the money back up. As you should, man. As you should. I'm on the same grind with you. You see me on the YouTube every day. You know what I mean? I'm trying to go up in this mother flipper. I see you pimping. What's good? Great channel. Hey, Talib Kweli. Nah, it's all right. Let me try this shit out. I got the Talib part. Maybe even Talib. It's not this Talib. It's because you got the two. Like, you know how Aaron is Aaron, but it's Air. I don't know why. I don't know why it's Aaron. Talib. Not. I'm gonna fuck this up. Naji Ula. I'm gonna go with Talib Naji Ula for 5,000. That's final answer right there. But I appreciate you showing love, man, on the channel. You know what I mean? It's one of them things right now where I'm definitely I'm in a space where, you know, I feel like I'm seasoned. I've been doing this shit for a minute now. I got a format going. I got a flow going with how I edit. It might take a little bit more time, but I got a groove, you know what I mean? And I'm definitely trying to see how the fuck I'm only at 5K. You know, like, I'll be thinking to myself, like, self, huh? You know, what else do you gotta do? Or is it maybe just the dance content it's not it. I dare you to say my name. Oh, so now y'all just y'all gonna put me on the spot like that. Now y'all want me to start saying names and y'all want me to fuck up. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Last name close. Just say it smoother. Good try. Okay, I was close though. You know what I mean? I know how to read. I know how to put letters together. Naguana. Come on, that was easy. Naguana. You thought I was finna fuck that up? The views going up, Tina. The views is up. I think it would be different for me if I was looking at it to where it's like I don't have the views, and that would be a direct reflection as to why I don't have the subs. You get what I'm saying? But the views is high. It's high, at least for a startup channel. You dig what I'm saying? As far as how I'm looking at it with what I get monthly, and even more so due to the wave of views that we got from, like, you know, all the battles that came out as of last month, the views was up. Motherfuckers watch. The support factor, I need it to be a little bit stronger just so it can be more sustainable. It's not to necessarily compare, or I guess I start to question, when do you get to this point? But like, I'll go on certain people's channels and there's just a consistency of people that view and comment they shit, and it don't even necessarily have to be comments that always like respond to what the person in the video is saying, which is not as beneficial, because definitely there's people. Oh, it's close. I didn't get it right. What the fuck? No, it's not Nawana. No, is the G silent? Nawana? Maybe Nawana. I don't know. I can't see nothing else with that. You're getting at least 1K to 2K every video. Yeah. So the more videos that I do, the more it adds up. However, 1 to 2K, again, just based off of perspective, like, that might look nice. Financially though, it's not. It's been an improvement though, as far as what I see in terms of like the consistency of me hitting those numbers. But those numbers are not something that you like look at as like success. Those numbers is like mediocre at best in the scope of looking at it from being able to survive off of this. It's something that I celebrate because I see the growth from what I was originally at. The N is... Wait, what? Nasali? That's a whole different name. That's a whole different word. How? My boy, hey, what's going on, Quan? How you living, man? But definitely, like, the views I look at it from two different perspectives. Like, one from the perspective of improvement. So I glorify the fact that I'm able to reach 1,000 to 2,000 people in that sense. So it's simply like, okay, word, you're not still stuck at, you know, a couple hundred views. Some videos do, but unfortunately, I don't know necessarily. Like, I'm not going to do specific videos that I know only do good. Like, it's difficult for me in that space because I'm trying to stay true to the mission. The mission is to highlight people, share different dancers' abilities to do what people with the big name can also do, but they just don't have the name, you know, to back them up. But it's a balance within that effort, because definitely I know anytime, like, especially the twins being at Battle Bad, that was definitely like a good push for me to be able to like use their name to build up more awareness to what we're doing here on the channel. And that's why in general last month was really good for the channel. Do you something how other channels are doing, views and subs? I think it's a common problem for creators that many more watch the vids but don't sub. Yeah, I know in general. I mean, anything with numbers per se is always going to be that thing that like doesn't always align. Like, you ever realize, like, you know, you got like, I got like close to 3,000 followers on Instagram, but only get like, you know, an average of 300 views a post, 500, something like that. You know what I mean? And then you only get like 30-ish people, 50 people to comment. So I already know how that translates. But it's just more so like within the last 28 days, I'm already at about 55% of the people are not subscribed. And then in general, beyond the 28 days, I reached somewhere around like over 100,000 views just in last month. And I'm still at 5K. And then you get some of those people that speak on it where they're like, yo, bro, how is this channel still at this subscriber count with the content that you put out, the entertainment, the knowledge, the insight, perspective, and everything that I put together in one video? And I'm just like, man. But it gets to a point where it also eat at you. You know what I mean? Because you also, or I also know my shit should be more than what it is, or at least like definitely like number wise and like the amount of support that I get. I feel like there should be more based on what I'm given. But it's like in those moments I try to just persevere and be like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like I gotta still stick to like what I feel like I want to do, which is being able to help as many people as possible. And then in the future, I know things will align more with how I know it could be, based off of how I'm seeing the improvements even taking place right now. Oh, the N is silent. Guana. Fuck. All right, yeah, you got me with that one. Okay. All right, no. All right. You cool. Damn, you got me. Yo, Meech, how you living, man? But yeah, other than that, you know, it's more so me just getting that out the way. And then, like I said, just tapping in with y'all, seeing how the people's doing. I haven't really talked to the people more so about like what y'all got going up, how y'all dance is looking. Maybe how y'all feeling about the videos, like just overall, just trying to chop the shit up and see what y'all feeling. I haven't done a live stream in like a couple weeks. Last time I did the stream, it was more so when Larry shouted your boy out. And even in that regard, it's like I recognize how many people is becoming more familiar with my content, and the fact that I know it's getting to people in higher places and people are supporting of what I'm doing verbally. More so than anything, like it's not as if I'm maybe being promoted on those things. Like when Larry posted it, I think if he would have tagged me, that would have been monumental. Or definitely if there was a plug, like a link, that video probably could have blew up. But essentially it's more so like I'm building all these connections with people and I'm trying to figure out how to maximize that. Unfortunately, a lot of them motherfuckers live in a whole nother country on the other side of the planet. But it's like I'm trying to figure out a space to be able to like do more with that connection other than it just being like they know me. Like that don't really help shit. You know what I'm saying? Been hella watching your stuff, man, while at work, digging your doc. Hey, man, finding substance. Hey, you found some substance on this channel. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely appreciate that. Wait a minute. Is that? I can't see it. Hold on. I don't want to. We out here making them cabinets right now. You making cabinets. I just want to know, is this my motherfucker? Is this my man's? I just can't. I can tell by the picture, but you got hair, and I can't tell. I don't know. I can't tell if this is my guy right now. But I appreciate you watching the channel, man. It's more so like me trying to build that bridge with connecting to the people and seeing how the people rock with the content that maybe don't comment as frequently. And then just interact with the people, answer some questions if people got concerns about their dance or whatever the case may be. But I feel like the Metals Palace will help because people got new dancers to look forward to seeing, which balance out the apathy that some people get to experience after watching the same group of dance. Exactly, for sure. Like my thing is because with it being like I have to look at what videos do accumulate views. I've always recognized that that's the thing, but now it's like I've done the Art of series where I've tried to compile different people with having big name dancers within that compilation, so that way the views can be spread out amongst, like, if you're watching the twins in one compilation, you also might see the homie whose video is right after that. Now, I can't make everybody go and support these people that I'm trying to demonstrate or showcase here on the Palace, but at the same time, I am trying to put more content out of different people while still being able to maybe have the gist of the content be revolving around a specific person that has a bigger name. So like having the duration of the video stretched out to where it's like proportioned to have different segments of different things that can highlight this person before we get to the reaction, and then at the end of it, you know, there's the analysis type setup, and then I also try to highlight the brand to show different ways to support. Speaking of support, if anybody is looking to support what we got going on here on the Palace, it's going to a good cause, I can tell you that. You know what I mean? But basically, I got the links for you right here. If you would like to donate to the Doc, I got the link for you right here. I got the link for you right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pin it too. That's the donation link. And I would also like to see, you know what I mean? Like, what, we got like 30 people in here. If a couple people wanna cop some gear, it'd be a mission and a half to get people to buy some threads, but I feel like I give premium garments out. Know that and know that now. You know what I mean? Yo, Ferb, I see you. So it is my man Mitch. What's going on with you, killer? How you living, man? You over there putting up cabinets? What they got you over there doing? Bro, react to Les Twins Just a Boo Judge Demo compilation. It's on their channel. There are some masterpieces there that you have not reacted to. I can dig that. The main thing is, like, again, trying to create that healthy balance, because I'm not trying to put videos out that only cater to a specific crowd. However, I've recognized within even the abundance of videos that I've been putting out, I've been putting in work. If anything, the main thing even for myself is I never go back. You get what I mean? Like, it's always just me going forward. But in those moments where I kind of chill and look at my catalog, I be dropping shit for y'all. You get what I'm saying? And it's rare for me to speak up on that behalf for myself, but it's not as if the people are like not doing that for me. It's just more so I never even pay attention to that, because I just upload a video, I move on, I got to think of something else. It's like my business, so I got to keep thinking of different ways to find how I can make content for people, to be able to generate those views. And unfortunately, I know the twins do have a big reputation that could lead to a lot of views, but I'm not trying to be one of those channels that specifically watch Criminals, the twins, Rubik's, and the whole hip-hop Europe scene. Like, I'm not trying to just watch that. However, the only reason why I've settled in on even watching as many videos as I have is because realistically, though, over there, they are putting out so much content within the battle structure, and there's just so many different events that are taking place where it's not more so a thing where I'm only trying to react to their shit. It's just I don't see much of anything else really happening. And then, of course, in the States, unfortunately, the only thing we really got is this Red Bull shit. So I don't really have much else to really diversify my shit up with. Huh? Hey, yo, Ash. Is this my... Hold on, which ass is this the... Nah, hold on. That's an inside thing. She gonna know what I'm talking about. Ash done blessed your boy with 10 bones. No, that wasn't her. No. Just get off that. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. Just leave that alone. But basically, it's like, yes, I'm not... I know how beneficial it would be for me to just watch the twins. I'm not gonna do it, though. But there's sometimes temptation, specifically because of the way the videos sometimes fluctuate with the amount of views. Like, I was doing so good last month. You get what I mean? And a lot of that still didn't fall over into the subscription count. I did get more subscribers last month than I have in a long time. However, when it goes to like, okay, now I want to show you guys some other people though, and then the views dip, it's hard. It's hard to then continue to take those hits for the sake of me trying to promote other people. You dig what I'm saying? Like, essentially, it gets to a point where I'm like, why am I even doing this? All I'm trying to do is help build up more awareness to people and create an environment where we can have open conversations to understand more about what we're watching within this dance shit. And for some of the things that I feel like I'm enduring within the process of me just making content for free damn near, or me trying to put myself in a space where I'm trying to get access to so many people so I can continue to bring more content to people. Like, it's just basically like, what am I doing this for? Sometimes I get that line gets blurred because there's so many people that also have all this knowledge and they don't do shit. Like, for the people per se, like, they're not sharing an abundance of knowledge, or they're not, unless you pay for it. You get what I mean? So it's a balance in terms of like how I try to scope out what I do and how much I do. But let me see here. Hello, I watch you, though I honestly disagree with you 90%, 95% of the time. I'm also a small business owner, so I understand your struggle. I give it time and patience. I mean, 95% of the time is kind of strong. But that's your opinion on it. I appreciate you for watching though. Definitely. Yeah, facts that Red Bull be asked. Yeah, man, it's unfortunate that like when I'm looking at it for what we have here in the States, that's the biggest event that's happening. You know what I mean? Like, and dancers eat that shit up because it's an opportunity, and it's also associated with a well-named brand. Like, everything in terms of like how people move even within the dance space is considered like networking. Like, if you go to Just a Boo, it's because, you know, if you potentially win Just a Boo, you recognize how much you can get from that off of Just a Boo's name. You get what I mean? Like, Just a Boo relies on the dancers, and the dancers rely on Just a Boo in that same way. But the dancers are just relying on Red Bull, and Red Bull is profiting off of it because the dancers ain't really getting shit off of that. You know what I mean? Other than just an opportunity to get an Instagram clip. That's about it. Man, you definitely been putting in the work, and it's been showing, bro. Yeah, man. And that's why I was just saying sometimes I never allow, it's like I don't slow down enough to recognize that because I'm constantly just moving on to the next. Once I upload a video, I mean, that's pretty much done. Like, if anything, what it was mentioned earlier as far as like me getting about 1 to 2,000 views per video is like, okay, I dropped a video, it's gonna get about 2,000 views, and what am I gonna get? You know, like that if it's something that I don't try to focus on because I already know like the consistency of it gives me fact to know like once I drop this video, it's going to get 1 to 2,000. That's cool. The next video is going to be 1 to 2,000. My thing is trying to find a space to where I can get videos that go beyond that point, get to a larger audience, which I know is more so me doing shit like what my man is asking me to watch the Twins. I just can't make my whole catalog that. But if you go look at my catalog, I try to diversify, or I try to incorporate as many people. So it's a tough space. If I watch people that I want to highlight that don't have a name, motherfuckers don't show up. Or if it's not this group of people, the views dip, which is similarly to like how I understand like when people do like radio work, or if they do anything within that space, anything with the name is always going to be prioritized. So if you go on your radio and you hear Drake every fucking station you go to, it's because Drake is one of the biggest fucking artists on the planet. It's just gonna generate noise for the majority of people that just fuck with too sexy for my Let me stop before I get copyrighted. Yo, freestyle session coming up. I better see you there. You can't miss me. I'm tall. No, I remember you, man. Yeah, I'll be there this weekend. I was debating if I wanted to go, but you know, it's one of the only credible events out here that's happening, and then nothing has happened for a while. And it's also gonna be like a popping related event where it's not just gonna be all styles bullshit. So like I haven't battled in so long in a serious way, so it's definitely just gonna be something like I wanna just throw myself out there and see how that shit is moving. I really love your videos. You changed my dancing approach. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, man. No, in count. Thank you for that. Like, I recognize what I've been able to give to people in a way due to my content. And honestly, the love that people show me is what really helps me mentally continue to do what I'm doing. I think in every situation that I look at, there's more reason for me to stop what I'm doing. Because it hasn't gotten to a point where any of this is beneficial or profitable for me in a way for me to even just survive. It's again, improvements have been made, there's been growth, but all of this is me just essentially taking hit after hit after hit after hit to persevere And a lot of it makes me sometimes just be like, fuck this shit. I'm done. Like, what am I doing this for? But people like yourself and count, or just people that actually show support based off of what I'm giving, it just puts me in a space where I already have the faith in what I'm doing, but in those moments where I fall short, or I get to a space where I want to just throw the whole shit away, there's people that constantly remind me of like the impact that it has on them in a very genuine way. So it, it gives me that strength to continue to just, push through the shit. Like, I was just scrolling down to when I first started watching you, when you had the baby locks. Oh, you come such a long way, bro. Yeah, man, for sure. Like, I think I went back to see some of my older content, specifically because I wanted to see just the length in my hair. But when I also go back, it's sometimes like, because I upload daily for the most part, after a week, I forget what video I done did 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Like, I'd upload, if it was 2 weeks, I unuploaded like over 10 videos, probably, maybe close to that. And like, I don't remember all 10 videos. I damn sure don't remember what I'd be saying. So I'm trying to figure out that space that makes more sense logically for me to continue to do what I'm doing, where it's like, okay, I enjoy doing this, but because it's also my job, I'm trying to analyze it in a way where, what do I need to do to seek growth? You know what I'm saying? And I'm being as transparent as possible, specifically because a lot of the work that I'm doing is trying to tie in to being able to help people in a sense. So one of the series that I cooked up, I spoke on it before, but I didn't want to speak on it too much in detail, specifically because I wanted to get more things taken care of so I can solidify the entire project. And when I know it's going to be something that's going to get like basically published, like, then I can speak more on it. Before that, I didn't want to talk too much on it, but there's things and thoughts and ideas that I have for what I would want to add to the channel that is going to be a direct tie-in to like helping dancers understand specific things more. Because as much as like I fuck around here on the channel, and I have realized throughout the years of me putting out different types of content, this channel has more so become a space where I can be more comedical with my personality being the way that it is, and also give perspective with some type of knowledge to have people understand more what they're watching. And in doing so, the series that I came up with, it's another addition to that I feel like is monumental. Like, it can definitely change the whole spectrum of how the channel is viewed, because it takes me away from just doing reaction type content. For a while, I've been trying to figure out a space where I can solidify another form of content that doesn't necessarily have to be strictly just reactions. So that way it could be more diversified in the type of content that I put out, so that it can possibly reach a larger audience due to this type of content that I put in. Which is why sometimes, like within the content that I put of self, like where it be like the edits or the promos for like the brand, I try to diversify things up with some of the edits and things of that nature with like a lot of the YouTube shorts. But primarily right now, of course, everybody knows that I do reaction. So I think this next project will be really big. It's more so me trying to just continue with the consistency to do the work so I can build up the funds, and then have enough funds to possibly be able to pay enough people that I have to work with to organize a team to be able to see this project through, because I know I won't be able to do that by myself. Everything that I've done thus far, anything that you've seen me do, it's all been due to like me just learning and applying myself to be able to take those hits like a trial and error, and then get it to a space where we have it now, to where it's a little bit more quality within how I distribute my content. I'm waiting for Wild 7's 10-year anniversary, which you could also come down to, because one of the categories is hip-hop, 7 to Smoke. Finally a hip-hop category for me. Right. I was saying that in general, man. It's been so long now with this all-style shit that there's events that cater to styles anymore, man. It's quite sad for me, which ultimately put me in a space, man. I know a lot of people, they constantly ask me, and I kind of don't get the fixation on it, but I also understand, because that's all the people are fed within the culture. I'm a person that comes from the culture that's beyond just the battle. Understand, like, some people have it fucked up where they sit there and say like, yo, I support the culture, I'm a part of the culture, because they go to battles. And I'm like, yo, you must be you must be high off dog food or something, man, because the culture is not based off of battles, dog. The battles are an aspect of the culture, but even then, the battles that we're referencing that comes from the culture is not what exists today. I more so have a better understanding of a lot of the OGs that come from LA areas, South Central and shit like that, Compton areas, where they don't fuck with the competitions that take place today, because those are more so literally just based off of competitions. It's not things that are like the battle elements of what was, which is fine for things to change, but the scope of where battles are at now for me, and it just being this all styles format, it makes it very unmotivating for me to put myself in that, because I just don't see the point. And the skill level for me, it's not calling out for me. Maybe in certain people, for sure. And there's a lot of dancers that still have a lot of skill. But again, like me being in the States and I'm seeing Red Bull events, you get what I'm saying? Like Red Bull doesn't inspire me to want to battle. And the content that I see people promoting the most on Instagrams and things like that, it just doesn't, it's not fulfilling for me, to where like I haven't been motivated to battle in a really long time, because the dynamics of how the things are set up within the battle scene now, the dance scene, it's completely different. Like I know for sure I've been in contact with and I'll see him at freestyle session, Frantic. Like Boogie Frantic is one of those guys that's been a pioneer, leading the charge within educating people on the styles and the history and the culture for popping and how he teaches it. But he's also been around for so many different generations, where I also want to get perspective and ask him, like, bro, how do you still put yourself in this position when everything about what you knew is not, it doesn't exist anymore? You know what I mean? Like, and then people are getting older. I'm definitely seeing a lot more people have a job. People, like, dance has shifted, man. Like, it's crazy, because the people that I also recognize that maybe did dance full time and or was trying to dance full time, or was trying to hit all these battles and everything like that, eventually now I'm seeing so many people transition into other things, other hobbies, or they have to get a job and commit to a full-time job, or like life takes place and they get a kid, they get a family, or they have a girl, they get a house. Dance don't pay for none of that shit. So essentially it gets to a point like, what am I doing with this dance, and is it beneficial for me now in this time of my life? Whereas it made sense maybe before, when I was like 18, 20 or something like that, when I was young. Not like I'm not young, but like crazy younger, like I was a kid. But the difference is in how the dance is right now. It's like I have the love for the dance, but the fact that like me throwing myself into a battle, it just doesn't speak to me in the same way. That's why Wadey left. I mean, Wadey might have his own feelings towards, of course, like I know everything that people were saying in terms of like what is fact and what maybe isn't, but definitely it being people were saying about his religion, like that he has his reasons, and I can't say if there was any type of lack in motivation, if him and his religion was the reason as to why. Like if his religion forced him to be in a position where he couldn't partake in that, then that's just his belief system and where he puts his faith at, and that's by all means something I respect. Like if that's what you believe in and you can't partake in these things, then handle. But mine is like I fuck with the dancing still, because I would assume Wadey is still dancing, possibly, but maybe he just real life gave it up because of his commitment. Mine is like I'm dancing for sure, but sometimes I see the scope of what takes place now in the dance, and I just don't feel myself motivated to practice. Like what am I doing this for? Like what is the goal? What is the future? I don't see myself in what's currently taking place, and it's like, again, just not motivating for me. So the fact that so many people only hold you accountable based on your rounds in a battle is annoying, because it's like people have seen me dance already so much to the point where they recognize the skill, but it's like only once you enter a battle is you valid. I don't look at it as that, so I really don't give a fuck. But it's just more so me speaking on the fact of like why people haven't seen me in a battle. It's not even more so because I don't want to either. It's just because there really ain't shit happening. You ain't seen nobody in the States battling, unless it's like somewhere in another state and like it's a group of people that have thrown their own event. They have their own community and shit like that. But I'm not flying to everybody's state to go enter all-style battles, neither. Like, I'm not desperate in that regard to want to hit battles so much, and desperate might be strong, but I'm not eagerly seeking battles. So it's like, oh, okay, well, there's a battle taking place. I got to catch a flight in Miami is 4 hours away. I got to go spend all this money. I'm not going to do all that to go enter a battle right now. I don't have that drive to do that. Like, that's a whole lot just to go enter a battle. And then even if I win, I'm making the money, the same amount of money, if not less than what I spent. Like, no. But there is nothing happening. There ain't been shit happening for the last couple years. And even if it is something happening, it's just the same old shit. So it's just not fulfilling for me. Even then, we had a wave where it was all Battlefest shit. You know what I mean? And then it was Flex City out here. Like, everybody was... It's like the whole scene done changed. And then, of course, before that, it's all styles. Everything is all styles. I've done my share of all style battles, and I did it. It doesn't hit for me. And then everything right now is like exhibition format. So it's just niggas battling niggas on sets and music that they pick, and it's not more so about the dance. It's like a performance setting, props and all. It's like, that's cool. That's cool that there are different alternatives now. But the same thing that I'm speaking on when it comes to community, and as far as this battle shit goes, the community for what it was, a community is not necessarily just primarily focused on one aspect. It's like there's depth, there's differences that create this entire community within the plethora of things that you can do. You get what I mean? Like, the community for street dance is not just battling. That's not the only primary thing. So when I look at what's lacking in the state of what the dance is now, there's no life to this shit. So I go battle, and then what? Like, okay, cool. It's not speaking to me in that way. But it sucks because I have the desire to want to do it, but that's like me forcing myself now, as opposed to before when I just genuinely see someone at a high level beyond the people that I know. Like Slim and all them are valid because they have mad more years than me, but that's why me going to freestyle session, maybe I might see more people to like show more like skill in my era, my generation, because it's like I'm looking at it to where it's like I gotten to a point where I had talks with Slim, and he would ask me like, all right, so they're gonna have a popping category. How many people do you think is gonna pull up and who are poppers? I can't think of that many. The people that I know are on the flyer as battle guests. So then I'm like, but that's how minimal it is. At least for the people that I think would show up, or who are participants, who like actually like do it religiously, like they you know what I mean? Like, I know people will show up and they just have some of the techniques of popping, but maybe they're not that skillful within just the aspects of popping, which again leads me to like why All Styles has fucked a lot of shit up, because people have just been merging and meshing a whole bunch of shit. You know what I mean? Like, but essentially it's just like, when I thought about how many people, and I've had this talk a bunch of times, when I think about how many people are still participants within popping and are doing it at a high level, it ain't that many. And if it is people that I can think of, it's also the people in the previous generation that of course makes sense that they're that good. You know what I mean? So it's like I only have them to look at for motivation, because there's not much happening within this generation and the generation coming up. If there is any people that are like in their 15, 16 years of age, like that's partaking in the dance, they're doing TikTok shit and Instagram. It sounds depressing as fuck, but it's just realistically how things are taking place. It's like I can sit here and try to fight the curve or like try to go against the wave, but I'm like trying to assess it and be realistic as possible, and then try to see like, okay, how do I need to move within this space? The things that took place before it's like that doesn't work now. That's not what people is on. And I can't necessarily try to recreate something that isn't what this generation is moving on. Like, that's not the time clock they own right now. Yeah, it's crazy how dead it is here in the States, bro. It's bad, especially for hip hop. For anything, I ask people all the time, like, when's the last time you've been to a hip hop event, a popping event? Where do you go? Is there hip hop sessions? Who hosts these things? Nobody. There's nothing going on right now. It's for specific styles. in a way that's like helping people grow together as a community. It's all just battles. Everybody just at home doing whatever they do, practicing, labbing, hitting sessions randomly at different places or whatever. But essentially, Crump still always has its roots in like creating sessions and having a culture or community embedded within what they do in the aspects of battles, and again being a reference as to how much other things take place within what creates Crump, because it's not just battling. There's a whole ecosystem within how everything is cultivated that creates what it is. And then that's why there's things beyond just battles that put people in a place to where you see within a month to 5 month time span, there's been a large amount of growth because of how everything is intertwined, and the community is what allows everybody to connect and grow at that pace. It's bigger than just a battle. Like, niggas ain't really finna get good off of just battling. That's maybe a component of what you could, like, there's something within that you can learn from, but nobody's just getting good off of just battling. Watching from Germany. Hey, yo, what's good with you, man? I appreciate you watching all the way from over there, man. For real. Thank you, guys. When will you watch Brian Green footwork? Who's Brian Green? I wish my boss wasn't lurking right next to me right now, because I have so many opinions to share with you. Yeah, man. And like, essentially, it's like more people that I'm trying to highlight and I'm trying to promote and I'm trying to share people's shit to give other people that watch my stuff, the abundance of people that do, give more access to the people with the less names. Like, I want to be able to have a space to where I can create conversations. I know I'm not the only one that feels this. The fact that I know the way that I speak and I get so much love from people that are dancers, because they understand, whether they be from the States or whether they be people from overseas, they understand what I'm saying, because I'm speaking from a very objective place, but you're getting nothing but raw emotion. That's why essentially I might be a little bit more stern, or I might come off a little strong in certain instances, but definitely you're not hearing me just bump the gums from an emotional, subjective viewpoint. It's like, no, like, I'm trying to do my part in what I feel like means so much to me with this dance shit, to try to give life to other people's dance that is as deserving as some of the people that are elite. Like, there are some people, again, that, to put it into perspective, like, respectfully, Ditto's name is way bigger than someone like Tie Dye. Even, again, Slavic's name is way bigger than Tie Dye's. And Tie Dye's had to go work with Slavic on what he was doing on the Instagram shit. It wasn't the other way around. There's dancers that have an abundance of abilities. Hell, Tie Dye is being someone that created an entire style. And that nigga had to move on Slavic's time clock to understand more about that space and all the things that Slavic is able to have access to due to his reputation as of now. So it's like, for me, I want to highlight people that's not even on time or in Tie Dye's space. Like, it's like there's ranks. Like, Slavic is all the way up here. Tie Dye's is still down in the middle-ish area, but it's high for dancers. It's like there's a ceiling for dancers. Like, niggas only get so good. But then Les Twins kind of like raised the bar a little bit. They got stupid high in terms of like recognition for dance. But the way that they put their shit together, it was a little bit more than just dancing. You get what I mean? The meat of it is all dancing, but the way that they perform, the theatrics, their humor, the way they can entertain, it was definitely like the biggest asset in their twin shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, there was other factors that played a part in that. But dancers, it's like they only get so high. And then the regular common dancers that's just trying to get by and get skill and everything like that, they get really nice and go nowhere. Nowhere. What dancer really is doing something other than being a background dancer for some music artists? And if they get plugged in with that music artist, actually, then maybe they get some consistent work. But other than that, it turns into just a gig. But dancers be doing some of the most work and don't got nothing for it. They got it on a piece of paper that they danced for this person, danced here, did this. But it's like, we really don't be able to benefit off of all the skill that we have in our ability to create and perform. You get what I mean? So I'm simply looking at it in a way where it's like there's got to be more that we deserve in terms of like what we put out and how much we get back from that. So I'm just trying to do my part in that in this space right here on the channel to highlight as many people as possible. And I'm trying to do it in a way where it's like it's collaborative, because I'm highlighting people. I would like people to put out the channel, especially if I'm talking about you, you know, or like I'm trying to highlight, create a conversation more so than anything. I'm trying to highlight people, but I'm also trying to make it to a space where we can come and talk. So many people talk their own shit subjectively in their houses, in their crib, in person with people. I'm talking loud so anybody can see it. And I'm not trying to do something again. When Larry saw the video, I more so looked at it in one of two ways. One, he can fuck with it if it catches him in a good mood or something like that. Or two, he might not fuck with it because I'm being very objective. I'm not talking shit on him. It's not nothing personal. He could probably body bag me in a battle, so it's not necessarily anything where it's like I'm talking as if I'm better than him or anything like that. It's like being able to be in a space where you could feel like you could be honest and objective and critique what we're watching. Or just look at it from an objective space so you can learn a little bit more than just biasly watching somebody and just being entertained from that perspective. Because there's videos for that. Like we can go watch a judge showcase and just, you know, enjoy it. You can still objectively watch it to then still assess what that person did in that round, so you can maybe take some of your shit to your practice and learn from that. But a battle is all critiqued. So that's, I mean, the only thing that you should be bringing to the battle is an objective perspective. If you being even a slight bit biased, then that's what sucks with the judging system. And even then, the judging system is all opinionated. If you got 3 judges on a panel and they all tell you different shit, it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Y'all are all telling me different shit to do. But more so, you're not supposed to dance based on the judge's time clock. You do whatever is best for you. And if, you know, there's rules to the shit, of course. Like there's certain fundamental principles across the board that's just like, yeah, you're not doing that. So that's just obvious. But eventually you can tweak your shit in a way that's more authentic to you, and maybe people won't fuck with it, and maybe it'll catch up with people over time. Because I remember even with Slim style, Slim is not the like traditional like popper. So there was always a difference in how he delivered his rounds that made people, you know, look at him sideways a little bit. But over the years, look at where the dance is now, and now it's like people are recognizing his ability to diversify his movement in a way that puts him in a space that creates that uniqueness. And now people is looking at it like, damn, now they finally see it. You know what I mean? I feel like choreo is like a way for dancers to try and get somewhere. I've seen dancers transition to that lately, like Russia. Definitely, bro. Definitely. And it's more so a difference too when I recognize if people been doing the battle shit for a long time. Again, in that regard, it's like, okay, I've already did that. So it's different for them to feel like I can take this approach because I've done the other work. But essentially you get to a space where like you hit a ceiling though. It's like it's just necessary. But you got to understand timing. Like some people try to transition into something when their hype for their name already is on a decline. Like, you get what I mean? Like when you're live, that's why it's like when the Twins shouted me out, I wanted to do work. That shit is fresh, hot right now. When Fusion Concept was on my shit and they wanted to talk about building a connection to talk about, you know, their future, like I want to work now. I don't want that shit to dwindle and die off. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to know when is the right time to also do shit. And like someone like Rashka is definitely like in a space where it's valid. You get what I'm saying? Like he did so much work, and it's people should always just do what's beneficial for them in that same regard. Like someone like Kidda, you get what I'm saying? All his shit is commercial. And he probably don't give not one fuck about what somebody is saying in the freestyle scene that's broke and trying to figure out how to get to his space within financial stability and success. You get what I'm saying? But there's like pros and cons. Like sure, as a purist, there's definitely more love for the art form that's shown. So then that way, in that regard, you're able to tap in and truly like ascend in a higher space within being able to create and like connect to the styles within the dance. But some people within choreo especially like just take like 2% of what the style offers and then utilize it in a choreo and call that, hip hop. Like, I get pissed off looking at hip hop choreo because I'm like, what the fuck is this? How is this hip hop? Please, I've always wanted someone to explain that to me, as I recognize this for the last couple years. What about hip hop choreography is hip hop? For the majority, sure, there might be some people, of course, that's actually implementing hip hop, but what, other than you dancing to fucking Kanye or something, how is that a hip hop choreography? Because when I watch salsa dancing, I see salsa. When I watch house choreo, more likely the motherfuckers got some house steps up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? When I see a breaking choreo, I'm pretty sure they doing the 6-step, you know what I mean, top rocks and all that other shit. When I see hip hop, I see motherfuckers doing sharp, angular movements and, you know what I mean, line work and they doing rotations but I don't, like, where the fuck is the hip hop at? In a large amount of the cases that I see when people label their choreo as hip hop. Let me see what they're talking about. Are you saving this live? Yeah. All the lives get saved. They stay up on the channel. Let me see what y'all saying though. Yeah, Crump's growth is insane, especially when we all remember how it started and how folks shitted on Crump. It's Crumpers all over the world now. Yeah, for sure. It's essentially like one of those newer dance styles that essentially still got to the space of like it being in a similar space like popping. Like for a minute, you know what I mean, it was only recognized for this, and then once it started to get more attention, then the shit started to move. It started to go and become something that was global, and then from there it just became something that became tainted, and then now the shit is just all fucking washed. But the thing like with Crump is like the main thing is they have the facilitators, they have the people to guide you. I talked about that, where there's a difference between like influence and inspiration, or like having like a mentor versus someone just showing you shit. Like a mentor is actually going to put you in places to help you understand more about what it is you're doing, to actually put you in a perspective to understand the physical as well as the mental. So you're able to stand on your own 2 feet and coordinate everything that you want to do within your dance to develop it in a way that's you, instead of you just mimicking this said person and following their narratives and their perspective. A good mentor is going to actually get you to a point where you recognize that growth that took place that was so fast. That's all shout out to the mentors, the people that are the leaders to help the people get to where they at, or where they started from, to get to where they're at in a shorter amount of time. Whereas like without that mentor, it's going to take you a lot longer to figure everything out on your own, if you ever get to that point of understanding what that person that is the mentor is understanding of already within the 10 plus years probably that they've been in the game. Anybody that's a mentor, I'm pretty sure they've already been dancing longer than 10 years. Know that now. Facts, only true hip hop choreo I've taken is from Bebop and Stampede. Exactly. I don't know too many people that teach hip hop. It's like, again, every time I fucking see hip hop choreography, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Just because you got, and even then, sometimes the song ain't even really hip hop. So I'm like, what is y'all doing with these labels, man? But hip hop always gets fucked up. Like, again, appropriated and misused and all that other shit. But regardless, it's just trying to look at the state of the dance, the state of where things are moving, or how things are moving, and trying to just figure out a space where I could coexist because of my feelings towards the dance. Like, I love this shit, man. And so, like, genuinely, I try to come on here and give as much perspective and knowledge and insight that I can possibly give, with me just taking those hits because it's my choice. Like, it's not nobody's fault that my shit ain't succeeding. You know what I mean? Like, that's ultimate. Other than the fact that I feel like people benefit from my shit and I don't see the support. That's the main thing that hurts sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, if I were to be brutally honest, like, it just feel like you do so much for the people and the people ain't giving back. But you see all this comments in certain situations where it's like people are then being expressive of like what they get from the content, and it's like, you know, people are eating off your shit, but I'm not able to eat. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like me trying to find a balance, but also trying to still give out as much as I possibly can because of where the state of the dance is right now. And as much as I've been connecting with different people, I'm recognizing how many people do not have guidance or do not have access to information and insight and knowledge that I have, to where they are struggling. They don't know how to get to this next level. They barely know how to apply themselves within the fundamentals and the basics. That's essentially why I feel like maybe there's a lot more copycats. That's one of the things that I wanted to talk about. I possibly would bring back a live stream, but again, that's why I was saying, like, I don't sometimes feel motivated to do a live stream, because a live stream is me literally trying to give knowledge and perspective and insight to the people, and then nobody's watching. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I'm taking the time out to edit, do all this other shit that I'm not going to get into. But essentially, like, I feel like because there's a lack of information that people have in a way to be able to grasp and be able to like fully understand more about these dances, they just become inspired, or I would say more so influenced by the people that they're watching, and then that creates all these copycats. One, because of maybe the recognition that the person is getting due to their craft, or maybe people are genuinely inspired, but because they have no real direction as to how to get, like, again, knowledge, they just copy the person. That's the only source that they have to the dance and the information, so they just copy them. They don't have really much of the understanding mentally. They can only go off of what they're seeing. So again, when you see a dancer and they look dead ass like Paradox, and it's like, well, yeah, it's either they did learn from him, possibly, if they even supported him, but that's the aspect. People will copy you before they support you. People will take the information that you're giving them before they even subscribe or like the video. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not trying to point anybody out, because hell, I'm talking about people that I also do the same thing, you know, in terms of like, I watch people on YouTube and I don't always subscribe to them unless I realize I watch them enough and I'm like, okay, I'm familiar with this person, I'll subscribe. It depends on what type of content. But it's like, if I just went to someone to just watch a tutorial and I only watched one video, you know what I mean? But I feel like because of my consistency, I feel like there's an abundance of people that watch a plethora of my videos more than once or twice or a couple times. I'm thinking I'm in double digits based on the same amount of people coming each month, but I'm not able to get that to bleed into the subscriber count. You get what I'm saying? And then again, views are more accumulated when it's said people, of course, with a bigger name, but it puts a toll on me, because I'm not finna do that. Like, I'm not finna have my channel just be like some of these other motherfuckers that just watch the twins or all things criminals. I get to a point where I'm also getting tired of just watching, again, just the hip hop scene. I really want there to be more diversity within how I can divvy up the content. I just feel like I take a hit because the support isn't consistent no matter what I put out. The support is more so there when it's specific people. And again, it sucks because I'm only trying to do a service to highlight people, and it doesn't feel like in any space it's beneficial. Like, I'm not getting the support from people, really. I'm trying to highlight people and just give love to other people's dance. That's not really getting promoted. And at the same time, I'm trying to do more work to edit and process shit. And then I got to market that shit to try to like get more, like, so it's like, I'm trying to do all this shit for what? You know what I mean? Like, and at the same time, like, respectfully, then people just constantly keep coming and like, yeah, you should just react to this. You should react to this. I go react to that video. Them motherfuckers ain't even commenting on it. Like, not nothing beneficial. It's like it's like I don't get much back. And I'll take that hit. I'll take that. That's no problem. I can do that. It's just certain moments. I guess that's when I've realized certain people that do make content, I'm not saying I need a therapist, but they have some type of relief system to where they can go and express all this shit. Because I don't want to come on here and do this shit to people on here. Like, you guys are going to get the content and do what you want with it. And if it's fulfilling for you, you'll absorb that and be on your way. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm trying to sustain some level of consistency beyond 1,000 to 2,000 views. That's not practical at all. It's nice for the sake of me looking at it for improvement based on where I was a year ago. Or again, me talking about financial stability, and I'm just enduring. Like, it'll get to a point where I have to then take care more of self before I continue to just think about what I can do for the channel if the channel ain't really allowing me to survive, and it's not. But at the same time, most of this could be something that's all really just something I have to figure out, because it doesn't really affect any of you guys. You know what I mean? You guys are here for the content, and if the content ain't up, then it ain't up. And if it is up, then some people will watch it, depending on what it is. You know what I mean? But I feel like because of the level of consistency and the years that I've put in putting out content, there's people, when I look at it respectfully, there's people that I recognize do those compilation videos. You don't even know who they are realistically, and it's not even anything where they are doing something. They put compilation videos of just other people, and that's it. That's it. And they get 20,000, 3,000, like a bunch of views. I'm trying to divvy up so many different things and how I'm sectioning off videos, and I'm like, damn, like how the fuck is it in a comparative state? Or sometimes I do see some of these niggas that literally only watch the twins, and just to know my numbers sometimes are maybe even close to theirs is like, damn. So people are telling me what I have to do in terms of like being able to reach a broader audience, and it requires me to have to do more work. But this person in comparison only has to watch the twins and do not even half of what I'm doing. And they can be relatively close. Sometimes I'm just trying to be as transparent to say like sometimes this shit eats at your boy. And I'm like, damn, man, I really don't know. You know what I mean? The doc is like, shit, like, what more can I say? You know what I'm saying? But I talked a lot about everything else too in regards to like other relative topics as opposed to it just focusing on the struggles of the channel in that regard. So it's not just like a channel or a stream where I'm just, you know, crying about shit. But definitely, like, I feel like it's different people in the stream at different times. So me speaking on what I'm speaking on might be something that maybe this other person wasn't aware of. Some people be watching in the stream and they're not even subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a balance of the shit. So ultimately, yeah, man. But that's what I'm saying though. Like, for the people that do support it, I'm wholeheartedly, again, eternally grateful. It's the people that really fuck with me that have given me, like, again, the strength to continue to pursue it in ways that I already have the faith in what I see based off of like analytics or just in general the difference from a year ago to now. But in certain instances, it becomes very difficult for me to continue to just persevere. So a lot of the people that genuinely support or go out of their way to do different things that make it more of a like, if I'm putting in all the work to do all this and all it takes is people to share it or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, I recognize that's what people do in regards to other YouTubers in general. Like a motherfucker will drop a video in 30 minutes and niggas is deep in that comment section when they really get to the point of when they're established. Like, for no reason. The video's been out for 5 minutes. Ain't no way people actually watched the video. You get what I'm saying? But already the video is 30 minutes and they dropped it 5 minutes ago and they got 200 comments. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just the amount of writers that will just be locked in. I've seen people take a break. They be like, yeah, man, I got to do this for myself. They'll take a break, come back 3 months later, and all them niggas is still there. You know, like, it's just the amount of support that's just shown for the person based off of what they do. And I'll go watch the person and they're probably just playing a video game. They're playing fucking Fortnite. Like, not doing anything there's entertainment. So that's what I can take away from it. I've learned, like, I used to question, how the fuck do people just donate to people like this? They're literally not doing nothing, like, to you. Like, but maybe they're, whatever they do when they rage, when they lose or something, maybe they're just really good at Fortnite or whatever the game is. But, like, they just play video games. And niggas is riding for them. Like, riding. And I got so many people that's telling me, like, how much they, you know, learn from my or like my commentary to, like, it's like, I want to get off of it though, because I don't want to feel like I'm bitching and shit. It's just more so that's the space sometimes that I be in. But in regards to the people that rock with me, y'all the reason why I continue to do what I'm doing, because I realize there are people that eat off of what I'm putting out in a way that makes it to where, like, that's the goal. I want to do that for the people. Because if I can get access to people to give more perspective, to motivate them, to give inspiration, whatever, like, boom, then that's it. You know, so I would rather keep doing that so I can continue to help people, because that's been the main mission. The amount of support you're getting from a wide variety of dancers is absolutely great. I really think the featured podcast could attract more people new to the channel. Like, in terms of like the support that I'm getting, it's not in any way to attack any of the support. It's just what I feel like in terms of, like, say if somebody does post, it's more so the consistency of the support. And then again, like, if I feel like the support is going to be sustainable in a way where I can react to anything. I don't have to react to just hip hop battles anymore. Not that I feel like I have to, but that's been the main gist of everything that I've been reacting to as of late that attracts more views. If I go into a crump space, it dips. If I go into a popping space, it dips. But because I also haven't built consistency of just reacting to that type of content, so it's like I also need to go. It's just a balance. It fluctuates. But I've also recognized how many views I accumulate monthly. And I just want to be at a point where I don't have to feel like I'm locked into reacting to this group of people, because it's going to generate more views. And the consistency of the support being the engagement on the videos. Like, it's just necessary. How I was talking about, a person will upload a video that's a 30-minute video and it's only been 5 minutes and the comment section is deep already. It's just deep. It's just because that the likes is up. Maybe not in correlation to how many views. Maybe they got 5,000 views in 30 minutes, but they got 200 comments already. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big ass dip in terms of views and comments, but the engagement is up. The engagement is up. So again, it still plays a part into my views, and like that's ultimately like what I'm still trying to figure out, how to generate more and being able to still focus on the mission of highlighting people, creating conversation based off of the dance to build perspective and insight, so people have a better understanding of what they're watching, and they can also take it back to their lab to practice and shit. But yeah, it's just a big balance. So like the shout outs on Instagram are proper. I feel like a lot of people are aware of what I'm doing, but a lot of people, again, based off of like what I was saying before, is they're not subscribed. They're not commenting on videos. They probably aren't even liking. They don't even see them. They are aware of them due to the recommended tab. That's what I know a lot of views come from. Recommendations. They watch the video maybe when they're in it, like if they're highlighted, and then they're not subscribed. So it's either they only come back if I maybe am watching a video of them again, and then on top of that, there's no engagement thus far. Like, I appreciated Paradox leaving a comment on that video, because it was like most of the time people don't have to, which is why I appreciate anybody that's like doing those things to support it in a way that it adds value to the video. Like the likes, it just helps. I wish there was I mean, I can't even say it's more simplistic a way to help generate views and shit, but because all you have to do is fucking just click the like button. Like that's it. That's the comments I can get. You know, like maybe you got to think of what to say. I don't know, but I feel like I give enough insight and create conversation or topics within what we watch in each video, where there's pretty sure it's a comment you can leave. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's ever been a time where I uploaded a video and there's like, I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? You can either agree with me, disagree with me, have your own perspective, give more insight towards your thought. Like that's always something I feel like you can say in a video. However, it's like a struggle. Yesterday's upload did hit me a little bit yesterday, because I was like, damn, I'll upload 2 videos and ain't nobody pull up to this shit. They had like 11 comments. I was like, damn, like, fuck. But sometimes it's just like, that's just how it be, and I just got to go to the next one. Fuck it. You know what I mean? But in those times where I just say fuck it and I keep going, it's like, again though, sometimes it still does affect me in ways where even if I don't compare, that shit still hits. It hurts at times because of the consistency of the work that's being put in, but I'm not getting the engagement that's necessary. If I do all this work and ain't nobody watching it, then it's just like a bunch of work that goes into it. And I more so don't want to focus on the overall. I just got to focus on a brick at a time. So I uploaded today. It is what it is. I upload it again. It is what it is. Like, I can only say it is what it is to a certain point, where it's like I can't just like ignore it either. And again, like, as far as like what you was mentioning, as far as doing more work, again, like I could feature more people in a podcast. I know I could do more. I already know what I do now. Before I do anything else, before I add any other person, any other type of content, the series snag that you're already aware of that I'm cooking up, it takes a lot of time and money that I don't have. It's a lot of things that I'm doing even behind the scenes of just what you see in a video, but it's like to instigate I should be doing more. Is like, before I even get to that, I know what I put out now is deserving of more. I know that. I wholeheartedly believe that. Wholeheartedly. Not only because of what I see based off of views, but just in general, the content. The feedback that I know I get from people where they like, bro, Trilla, like, I'm not finna watch this nigga Brian Green. It's like you keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over. Again, like, to give context, I'll be trying to talk about shit in the video to give context based off of the rounds we watch, or like creating conversation off of perspectives, talking about ways you can support the brand, obviously my humor and different things that I speak on, whatever. And like, nobody will comment on nothing. They'll just say, hey, watch this next person. I'm like, yo, like, okay. Some of those comments is whatever, because it's like people are going to comment whatever they're going to comment. But at the same time, like, it's like, read the room. I'm trying to talk to the people, and the only thing I keep seeing is react to Brian Green. React to his foot. Like, that's why sometimes it just be like, fuck. Like, I'm done. What am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I here? Why am I trying to do this for people? Like, you know what I mean? Like why? It just get to a point where I just got to try to stay calm, though, not get emotional and shit like that. Like, yo, thank you. First subscriber of the stream. You know what I mean? Then I had someone earlier donate $10. Like, I appreciate that person donating 10. That ain't really doing nothing in the overall, which is, again, the whole community. It's like, I don't want to get into nitpicking everything. I think the people, based off of everything I already said, it should be quite clear how I'm presenting everything. I don't want to start assessing and breaking down every last thing someone is doing. But ultimately, collaborative efforts is what creates the entire picture for what I know exists here on the Palace. The consistency aspect of it is more so the things that I'm trying to sustain. That's more so in every aspect. Consistency in views, consistency in engagement, consistency in financial stability, which is damn near more important, because it's like, for me to do what I'm doing, I need that. But regardless, it's like, it's just all those things. So it's like, again, if anything, the point of the stream was definitely not to sit and focus so much on this, but sometimes the streams just go wherever they go. And it's fluctuated in terms of, again, like the bulk of the content that I spec, or like the bulk of the content as far as information goes of what I touched on. But yeah, man, that's ultimately just where the doc is at. I be trying my best, though. You know what I mean? That's all I can really do. I'm not into the dance like that, to be honest. I'm just here for you in your commentaries. That's why I'd be so pressed to see you do other things. No, Ghost, and like, again, I see it. I see everything. The Ghost comments all the time. Motherfucker loves my intros, and I, like, you don't know what that means to me. It puts me in a mindset where I want to come and deliver better intros. You know what I mean? Because there's people that look forward to that, so I know I'm doing something for somebody. When someone is engaging in the content that I'm putting out, instead of just constantly saying, react to this motherfucker, react to this nigga, react to that, because they get something from it, obviously, but then they don't express that, or it's not continuous within videos to show support of like everything else beyond that. Where are you at when I'm watching other people's videos? But you're only here if it's this person. Like, you know what I mean? I can't control that, but that's not priority to me. I like, the people that are supporting me, I want to be able to also give shit that is in alignment with what you want, if it aligns with what the channel is for. So Snag comments all the time. He's supportive in the Discord. He gives perspective based off of the dance, or he just talks about shit like if he has suggestions based off of what he thinks. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's appreciated, and he's also a member. You know what I mean? Like, hey, the Yugo intro. I know, yeah, I remember that one. I thought about running that back, because again, sometimes it'd be like, man, that video, like, I know it should have, like, it should be so many different views. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes I be looking at the work. Like, sometimes, I'm not going to front Meech. Sometimes, because I don't always go back and pay attention to my videos, I'll go back and watch some shit, and I'll be like, bro, this video is funny as hell. I don't even like watching my shit. Like, I don't know who likes watching themselves. Maybe like in the first day, because I'm trying to make sure all the content is clean. But sometimes I'll real life be looking at it like, nah, this shit is funny, and this shit should be up. It should be like, I know with what I'm already putting out, regardless of any future work I should be doing or how I should be making this. And, you know, I'm doing the thumbnails, I'm cutting videos to be shorter. I'm doing all this extra stuff, but regardless, I know my content could be hitting numbers, especially based off of things that I just watch in general. I know my shit could be up there. That Yu-Gi-Oh intro was funny as hell. Funny as hell. Of course, probably more so for the people that are like familiar with me. Like if that was the first video you watch, maybe. But even like the Dragon Ball Z one when I did with Alex the Cage versus Larry, or the Just the Seers one. Like I just know there's content that I put out. Like regardless, like it's without question, no doubt. I know I done put in enough work to like solidify views. You know what I mean? But my shit is still like only in a 2,000 margin of consistency, and that's great only when I focus on the idea of improvement from the previous year. But that ain't it. I'm not finna sit here and glorify 2,000 views. It's good depending on how you look at it. But if you're trying to survive and you want to be a YouTuber, that's not the goal. That's not the goal. But because I know I get way more views accumulatively because of how my consistency and how many videos I put out. You want to know how I know it's funny too? Like, yeah, the Just to Seas one was hilarious because some people will actually post the video on their channel and then it'll get like 5,000, 6,000 views. And then I'll see motherfuckers reacting to it like it's funny as hell, which is why I say if I could just get support from people to post the shit, share it, I know, without question, without me having to do another fucking thing, anything else on this channel, I don't have to upload another motherfucking video. All the shit I got up, I know it should have way more views just off of what I'm already doing. And then when I see people post it on they shit and I see the reactions that people don't even know about, like as far as my channel is concerned, or that person just has a bigger audience on their Instagram, but to see the reactions and the views, I'm like, oh, easy. It already gave me a validation that and that was just a clip. That's just a clip. I know my shit should be up. No question. So when I see motherfuckers saying, how come this channel is only at 5? I'll be saying the same goddamn thing. And I'm always looking to say, well, what else can I be doing? But I'm like, nah, it's beyond that now. It's beyond that. I will continue to do more things on this channel and implement different types of content, but it's beyond that because the shit that I've already done for the past couple years, again, I have people that just put out compilation videos and they do better than me. All they do is just take a battle, compile it, throw it up, about 10,000 views each video. They're doing way better than me. Hundreds of thousands of subscribers. There's entertainment because it's compiled, but it's like I'm doing everything, the whole shebang. So it's not to nitpick on nobody else's shit. It's just like, I know for me, I'm not in a space where I know I should be. And I'm still trying to figure that out. Like I just got in contact with this YouTuber, which was like the first time that I've ever been able to even, I still got to hit him up and I might have to press him. Like, fuck it. He hasn't responded in like 2 days. Fuck that. But he's a YouTuber that's solidified in reactions. Like that's a plug. Like when I say solidified, like he gets, you know, unboxings from Netflix and Google and like the motherfucker's big. It's the first person I ever met that, or not even met, but like got in contact with that's a YouTuber. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I gotta get at this motherfucker. Like I might be annoying maybe, or I might come off a little bit pushy, but fuck that. I gotta get at this motherfucker. To make sure I like get whatever I can get from him in terms of like insight, perspective, how to gain more view, like whatever the fuck it is, because the dude is up there. The dude is solidified. So I'm gonna try to see what I can do on that front. But other than that, hold on. Copped a tea today. And I agree. A lot of people just want to see their favorite dancer and ignore all the knowledge. Exactly, man. Exactly. But I recognize the realness in what I do because there's been an abundance of people over the years that I've been doing it that actually fuck with the things that I say. Even if they disagree, I don't give a fuck about that. It's not, I don't speak to create like a cult where everything I say is like, that's how you need to be feeling. It's more so people talk shit though. Literally talk shit about people in a private setting. And I'm not doing that. I'm just being objective. which is the main reason why Ken, the organizer for Fusion Concept, rocked with what I was doing in the videos, because he recognized that it was coming from a objective perspective. It's not like I'm trying to sit here and just talk shit on his name, or I'm like trying to dog his event, but I'm giving valid criticism. You can take what you want from it or do what you want with it. But in terms of like how I'm trying to operate, I'm trying to create a space where it's like people are able to express themselves in a very authentic, genuine, and objective way to create conversations. So then that way we can move forward. Sometimes I feel like even amongst OGs and this current generation, or even like the generation previous to that, most people don't have a proper understanding of how they understand one another, because the OGs are obviously OGs and the newer generation is the newer generation. So newer generation is like, fuck what they doing. And the older generation is like, them young niggas ain't really doing shit based on how we know. Like, you know, there's a divide. But that's why I want to create conversations. The shit is healthy. But motherfuckers is just going to talk shit in their own respective spaces. And I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to bring it to the camera. Break down what we seeing and talk about it. Again, I felt like Larry, he could have went left and been like, nah, fuck this nigga, man. But Larry rocked with what I was saying to a point where he took it upon himself to screenshot a part of the video and throw it up on his Instagram and say this guy with a heart on it. You know what I'm saying? So I know what I'm doing is valid. 1,000%. 1,000%. 1,000%. Really would love to have a conversation with you and get your thoughts and perspectives on some things soon, man. Yeah, I appreciate your thought process for real. Most definitely, bro. I want to do more collaborative work. I've been saying for the past couple streams, past couple videos, if there's niggas that can operate within a space where they see that there's some way that they can intertwine what they do and what I do, I'm trying to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do everything, again, that you see on the channel on my own. I can't do everything. So if I can find a videographer that knows how to create content and they just want to do shit based off of the love of creating, I would love to do that with them. If there's an editor that just wants to edit, and I would want to be able to pay people. I just can't, because look at my shit. I'm at 5,000 fucking subs. I got 1,000 videos, 1,000 views per video. That's like, what, $10? If that, 6. It might look nice. It might look sweet. But I'm trying to keep it $150 with y'all. So definitely just that's more so what it's on. But I'm definitely getting hot as fuck, because I'm getting all riled up and shit. Again, I got the link pinned up if anybody does decide to donate. It's been a calm stream, not the beefiest. Definitely in terms of like support, you know, again, thank you to Ash, donated 10, and we got Puzio to subscribe. But regardless, you know what I mean? If anybody does want to support, you have the donation link, as well as the link to buy some gear. I was really appreciative of, hold on. I'm dead appreciative of Kif for copping a tee. You get what I mean? Like again, I'm wholeheartedly appreciative of anybody that's rocking with the brand to a point where they're doing things that can help me sustain it because of everything that they feel like they get from the videos that I put out. You know what I mean? It's okay to get a little wild up. It shows that you're passionate. For sure, for sure. Like, again, my transparency with everything is like, because I ain't got nothing to hide. The whole purpose of the channel is, again, based off of communication. You get what I mean? But like, in that regard, I feel like I be taking the hits because of everything I already explained. So yeah, for sure, like the passion or like the irritation, and me also just trying to do shit off the strength of just trying to figure out how I can be more established here on the channel is all based off of me, so I can do more things for the channel. Like again, when I get this shit solidified with this series that I got, as soon as I just get a team that I can organize to be able to push out a plethora of videos, because a series, it ain't like 1 to 2 videos. If I can at least pump out maybe 10 episodes, if I can get 5 episodes even, that would be a great start. I wouldn't even want to announce nothing until I get 5 episodes shot. But I'm telling you, like, the type of content that I would put out with this series alone is something that I know would change the whole structure of this channel in terms of like engagement, views, how I would think it's going to affect the people. Now, again, that's going to be the part that sucks the most based off of what I'm talking about in terms of support, is I put out some shit like this and the engagement is not up. the niggas ain't watching or pulling up. Yeah, like, you know what I mean. That's why I also want to have an established channel first before I go out of my way to do that, because this is an investment, and it's like I could take a fat L, just off the sake of me just wanting to do it because I want to help people. You know what I mean? So it's just based off of that. I know there's mad people that support what I'm doing. I'm so surprised at your subs and views because I follow a lot of people that and I put you at my top 5. Oh, good low rising. Hey, yo. I appreciate the 10 bomb, yo. Thank you for that, man. For real, for real. I'm surprised because I follow a lot of people and I put you at top 5. Literally making me question if I want to make a YouTube channel because your subs and views is. I mean, I don't want to discourage nobody. I started doing the YouTube shit because there was a genuine feeling of me like wanting to put what I felt like is my personality on screen, because I felt like it worked, and like I enjoy doing what I do. Like I liked, again, before I did a lot of the dance reactions, I was just doing reactions in general to like whatever I felt like I enjoyed. So if it was anime, I watched that. If it was gaming, I watched that. If it was fucking basketball shit, like if you really go watch, I was making this random shit. You get what I'm saying? But then I just locked in on this dance shit because that's what I do actually. It's hard for me to commentate on basketball because I'm not the most savvy like with all ins and outs of basketball, but I know my shit. So I can talk, but I can't talk with the best of them. And then like anime is like I'll watch anime, but I ain't anime heavy. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just but I found my lane with dance. And now I can still do other things like react to like, you know, anime trailers and things of that nature. But it's just more so like I think about now, because I'm doing it as a business, is like I'm just trying to make sure I don't just constantly put my time into things that aren't allowing me to survive. YouTube already is putting me in that space where it's like I might have to get a fucking job, man, and I really don't want to go back. I know I solidified something here on this channel that's there. It's there for me. I believe in it, man. I know this shit could work. Of course, I need the people for that. So that's why ultimately, you know. Let me see. Got you, bro. Yeah, I appreciate you, Troy. Like, if anybody still cops some gear, just let me know, man. And the shit is going out ASAP. You know what I mean? But I wholeheartedly appreciate the people that really supports in the multitude of different ways. So again, Good Low Rising just dropped a 10. You know what I mean? If anybody cops some gear, best believe, man, that shit helps in a lot of ways. Not only am I able to get more gear out to the people to rock it and shit like that, I'm just thinking like it's also some fly shit. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing that's just butt. Like some people want me to put aha on a shirt. Like, why the fuck would I have y'all wearing aha? Why the fuck would I do that? But I know some people rock with shit just based off of like how people rock with like certain content, and that's like their saying, so they put up, you know. But I'm trying to put shit that's fly, like not just shit because it's like it's a quote of mine, like, you know what I mean? Like, nah. Do you be putting the right tags in your videos? Because I got 2.7 views on a short yesterday and I only got 35 subs. I mean, it depends. Like tags, they altered the way that tags work, because people would tag certain shit, or like, wait, are you talking about hashtags, or you like tags in the comment section or something? I'm not sure what you mean exactly, but the hashtags that I would put when I upload the video, I definitely put tags that I think are beneficial, but it's also like they skewed them in a way where it has to be relative to the type of content you're putting, because people would upload content that's like not they would upload content and put hashtags that's not relative to the video that they're putting out. So like I just put up some shit and I put anime titties because anime titties get a lot of views, or like Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? Like they would just put random hashtags that had nothing to do with the video. So they changed the system up for how tags work. Hey, the real Smokey, or real Smokey Jr. Keep your head up, gang. Hey, nah, real shit. Nah, I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Shorts be promoted weird as heck though. The algorithm is brand new. Yeah. Thank you again though for the 5. It's more so one of them things too that they have expressed like on the analytic page. It's a beta. You know what I mean? But again, I'm just, you know, I'm gonna keep going for sure. The best dance reaction channels. Hey yo, um, yo. So I I do gotta go. I gotta go before I get in trouble. If anything, again, if y'all just want to support, if y'all want to support the channel, handle that on the donations, and you can cop some gear, cause I don't want to get in trouble. I'm already late. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. Thank everybody. The Best Dance Reaction channel. Hassam Khalid, I appreciate you for that, man. Thank you. I'm going to get into the army soon, bro. And when I get them checks, bro, you're getting guaranteed revenue. Thank you, man. Good luck to you in the army though, cause that shit is like not for everybody. So hopefully that shit is for you, or like you find your space within that, cause the army, yeah, it's the army. But I think you know what you get into, so I'll fuck with that. No, I know you believe in me. You be in the Discord too. So thank you guys again. But I gotta go. I'm finna get in trouble. I'll talk to y'all later. Links, cop some gear. You know what I mean? Get yourself some fly shit too. It's the weekend, man. You're gonna need something. I mean, you're not gonna get it this weekend, but still, you know what I mean? At least you know it's coming. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all stay blessed.